It's a wonderful thing to be optimistic. It keeps you healthy and it keeps you resilient. Nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you are thinking about it. When you analyze happiness, it turns out that the way you spend your time is extremely important. If there is time to reflect, slowing down is likely to be a good idea. If individuals are rational, there is no need to protect them against their own choices. Through some combination of culture and biology, our minds are intuitively receptive to religion. So your emotional state really has a lot to do with what you're thinking about and what you're paying attention to. All of us would be better investors if we just made fewer decisions. Economists think about what people ought to do. Psychologists watch what they actually do. It's very easy for trusted companies to mislead naive customers, and life insurance companies are trusted. Clearly, the decision-making that we rely on in society is fallible. It's highly fallible, and we should know that. In essence, the optimistic style involves taking credit for successes but little blame for failures. Political columnists and sports pundits are rewarded for being overconfident. Mental effort, I would argue, is relatively rare. Most of the time we coast. True intuitive expertise is learned from prolonged experience with good feedback on mistakes. Nothing in life is quite as important as you think it is while you're thinking about it. We're generally overconfident in our opinions and our impressions and judgments. There's a lot of randomness in the decisions that people make. Adaptation seems to be, to a substantial extent, a process of reallocating your attention. The brains of humans contain a mechanism that is designed to give priority to bad news. I enjoy being active, but I look forward to the day when I can retire to the internet. When you look at the books about well-being, you see one word, it's happiness. People do not distinguish. In a rising market, enough of your bad ideas will pay off so that you'll never learn that you should have fewer ideas. We are very influenced by completely automatic things that we have no control over, and we don't know we're doing it. The effort invested in getting it right should be commensurate with the importance of the decision. When people talk of the economy being strong, they don't seem to feel that they, too, are better off. The idea that you can ask one question and it makes the point, well, that wasn't how psychology was done at the time. Alternative descriptions of the same reality evoke different emotions and different associations. There's a tendency to look at investments in isolation. Investors focus on the risk of individual securities. The experiencing self lives its life continuously. It has moments of experience, one after the other. My impression is that the elimination of memories greatly reduces the value of the experience. The average investor's return is significantly lower than market indices due primarily to market timing. People are really happier with friends than they are with their families or their spouse or their child. It's very difficult to distinguish between what a person believes and what they say they believe. It's not a case of, Read this book and then you'll think differently. I've written this book, and I don't think differently. Slow thinking has the feeling of something you do. It's deliberate. It doesn't take many observations to think you've spotted a trend, and it's probably not a trend at all. Psychologists really aim to be scientists. White coat stuff, with elaborate statistics, running experiments. Organizations may be better able to tame optimism than individuals are. It was always assumed I would be a professor. I grew up thinking it.